Shh. Honor the song. This is King Ikeboo coming to you live from Skydome. I hope you removed your caps to honor the anthem. Anyway, this is game 3 of the second series of the Mad Tournament, and wow, what a series it has been. I did record when we got to the 10th inning. I did start to record, but then I thought, oh well, I don't know. What I don't want to do is oversaturate YouTube with all these games, so I'm decided just to play game 3s. And if you saw game 1, that was a 1-0 victory for Toronto right here in Toronto. And then we went to Milwaukee for game 2, and it was a Lulu. The Blue Jays went off to a 3-0 lead, and then everything went south for the Blue Jays from that point on. The Brewers started hitting their columns. They started stealing bases. Although they had 3 more caught stealings in this game. But they had 4 stolen bases, 3 caught. So that's a total of 7 caught stealings for Pat Borders so far in this series. But the Blue Jays tied it in the 9th. They scratched out a run to tie the game, and then the extra innings went on. You can see 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 innings of extra innings. And these pitchers, Dwayne Ward in particular, came in with 2 men on in scoring position, second and third, nobody out, struck out the side. Cone came in and started walking everybody, but he somehow got out of things, got out of the jams at time after time, and then Timlin came in the 18th and promptly lost the game. Let's see how it scored. Listash singled to lead off, that's trouble. Then Molitor singled to drive him to third. Molitor stole second, take away the double play. Timlin struck out Greg Vaughn, who homered earlier in the game, along with Dante Bichette. He hit the big 2-run homer earlier in the game. And then Robin Yount won the game with a sacrifice fly. And that was the final score. Milwaukee 5, Toronto 4 in 18 innings. That would be an ESPN Classic for sure if ESPN Classic still played baseball, which all they seem to play is college football. We'll cancel. We'll just say that. Anyway, so here's game 3, and this is the strategy we talked about right from the start. Milwaukee wanted to do. They wanted to get to game 3. Why? Because they have the young rookie phenom on the mound, Cal Eldred, 11-2, 179 ERA. He favors lefties. He only gives up a single on 3, home run 1-3 on 5, a single on 6 up to 18, and a walk on 8. That's all he gives up. He had an incredible year, and opposing him is Todd Stottlemyre, who is awful. 4.50 ERA, 11-12, 175 hits and 174 innings, 63 walks, 20 home runs. So you can imagine we are, everybody goes. Any sign of trouble that Stottlemyre has, we will go to the bullpen. Got to make sure Milwaukee is managed by the computer. This has been a great series. Milwaukee is a fantastic team to play. They're a fantastic team to have in this tournament. They are so different from every other 90s team. I can see them winning this game easily, and then they would play the 90 Blue Jays to see who faces the New York Yankees of 1998. And, I'm a Blue Jay fan. I have to be as a Canadian. There's 2 American League teams I like. I like Toronto and I like Oakland. Those are the 2 teams I like. And so to see Toronto win would be great, but Milwaukee, if they face the Yankees, the 98 Yankees, I think they could give them a run for their money. I think They've got enough there. They've got speed. They got pitching. I mean, they don't have any power, but they're a fun team to play as and a fun team to watch. So, in a way, I'm kind of pulling for them, okay? So here we go. We got to go through the lineups. Here's the lineups. Once again, for the Milwaukee Brewers of 1992, leading off and playing left field, Darryl Hamilton. Batting second, the shortstop, Pat Listash. Batting third, the first baseman, Paul Molitor. Batting fourth, the DH, Greg Vaughn. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Robin Yount. Batting sixth, the right fielder with a great arm, -4 arm, and it came into play yesterday's game, Dante Bichette. He was probably the star of the game, the way he played with his home run and his defense. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Kevin Seitzer. Batting eighth, the catcher, B.J. Surhoff. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Scotty Fletcher. Here's the lineup for the Blue Jays of 1992, world champions who are on the verge of getting eliminated. The first World Series team to be eliminated in this tournament. Here's the lineups. Leading off and playing second base, Roberto Alomar. Batting second, playing third. A big lineup switch. We're not going to play Kelly Gruber, who's 0 for 9 in the series with 1 walk. No, we are going to sacrifice the defense and get some more offense on this team. Jeff Kent will be playing third base with his .439 horrible fielding, but much better bat. Jeff Kent batting second, playing third base. Batting third, the first baseman, John Olerud. Batting fourth, the DH, Dave Winfield. Batting fifth, the star for the Blue Jays in yesterday's game. He was 4 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs, and then he got injured for the rest of the game. Joe Carter. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Kennedy Maldonado. Batting seventh, the catcher, the defensive star, throwing up 7 runners in the first 2 games, Pat Borders, even though he has a +1 arm. Batting eighth, another GOAT. 0 for 12 in the series with 3 strikeouts. Hasn't been on base 1 single time, which is why he's moved down to the 8th place in the batting order, Devon White, playing center field. Batting ninth, the shortstop, Manuel Lee. And the starting pitcher, who's on a very short leash, Todd Stottlemyre. He won Game 3 for the 90 Blue Jays, and now he's playing Game 3 once again here in the 92 Blue Jays. Let's get this one underway without further ado. Hamilton gets his calm right away, and he's going to be on with a base hit. And I'm sure Phil Garner, he's run all through the series. That's their style. I don't doubt that he will run again. Here's Pat Listash. He is batting .222 in the series. And here comes the stolen base. And Hamilton's looked back in the bag, but back to the bag. But a 60% chance has not deterred Phil Garner at all in this series. Nope, he's gonna let him. But he's bunting. And Hamilton gets a second on the bunt. And here's Molitor. He's batting .200 in the series, 2 for 10 with a double. Here's the pitch to Paul Molitor. And it's a catcher. Catcher check. It's a FO, foul out, looks like he will get the foul out. He makes the play. Borders does his job. Again, defensively. Here's Greg Vaughn, batting .250, 2 for 8 with a homer and a double. He's walked 3 times and struck out 3 times and has a stolen base. Here's the pitch to Greg Vaughn. Doesn't get his column. And looks like Stottlemyre will get out of the first. The leadoff walk, was it, or single? Can't remember. Doesn't come around to score. Here is Cal Eldred, the rookie sensation. He looks kind of shell-shocked, but he's not. He is a confident young man. Here's Roberto Alomar, one of the few Blue Jays who's hitting. He's batting .417. Good decision to put him in the leadoff spot. Here's the first pitch to Alomar. It's on 6. There's nothing there. We've talked about this already. Whistler down the line, and Molitor spears it. A piece of cake for the transplanted second and third baseman and center fielder playing first base now in the latter days of his career. Here's Jeff Kent getting his first start. He's 0 for 1 in the series. He better not get the ball hit to him at all. It's on Eldred's card. So, doesn't matter if it was Gruber or Kent. It would be the same result. Fly ball to right field. Here's Eldred. He's batting .083. 1 for 12. Well, got his column, but there's not much there. But he got a walk. So a 2-out walk for Eldred. And that brings up Winfield. He is 2 for 10 in this series as well. He has a double and 1 RBI. Let's see if he can get hot. He'll need to be hot if the Blue Jays want to advance. Doesn't get his column. And it's a simple, easy. I could have done this. Popped out to third. Low and away, reaches for it, pops it up. 2 players have a chance. Seitzer makes the play, and that's through 1 inning. It's scoreless. Here's Robin Yount, who drove in the winning run in the 18th inning yesterday's ball game. Gets a 5. Here's a test for Manny Lee. He's a good fielder. Passes the first test and passes the second. Easy ground ball right to him. Cleanly picks it up and throws out Yount. That's the key, to keep them off the bases. The leadoff guy off the bases. Here's Bichette. He's 2 for 10 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And he gets his column again. And he gets that same number again. Got to roll higher than 9. 19. Stills a double into the gap. White doesn't get there. And he's on with a double with 1 out. Here's Kevin Seitzer. He's 1 for 6. 167. He got pinch hit for by Phil Garner in yesterday's ball game. Did not play all those innings. He's well rested. Here's the pitch to Kevin Seitzer. And he's going to walk. That 6 column is the most dangerous on Stottlemyre's card. Here's BJ Surhoff. 0 for 9. With a 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. And he was moved to third base when Phil Garner pinch hit for Seitzer. And there's still only 1 out, though. Doesn't get the double play. Bichette goes to third. A wild pitch will score him. And here's Scott Fletcher, batting 2 for 9 with an RBI. And he has a positive clutch rating on 1-9 as we're in the clutch situation. Here's the pitch. It's a 4. And looks like Stottlemyre will escape another jam with a pop out to Maldonado to end the 2nd inning. Here's Joe Carter. He's batting .444, 4 for 9 with a homer and 2 RBIs. He's been getting that 2 column consistently. That's the secret to his success. And he's going to get bonked. This time he will not be hurt. It just touched his uniform and he's on base. 65% steal rating. We will not steal. Surhoff is -2. Maldonado is up. He is batting 2 for 11. 182 batting averages. Has a double. No RBIs. A lot of those bad batting averages as this has been a pitcher series. Nothing much there. He gets a check on Molitor. So let's see if he can bounce. Nope. Although it's an RP. Is he being held? He might be a factor if he's held. Let's see. It's a base hit. Yes, but they nail him. What is that? Careless play by Maldonado. That must be the RP. So the RP comes and bites us in the behind there. But there's Carter's at third base with 1 out, and it's Pat Borders. He is batting 2 for 9 with a double and no RBIs. So let's see if he can get the runner home. The defense is playing back. They're conceding the run, which is surprising to this observer. Gets his column. And he's going to roll a 16, which is a base hit. And the Blue Jays break the ice here in the 2nd inning. They get a run off Eldred. And it's 1-0. Here's Devon White, 0 for 12. We've talked about him. We don't need to discuss it anymore. We'll not hold it against him. Today's a new day. Let's see if he can get at least 1 hit today. Here's the pitch. 3. He has a chance, 50-50 chance of getting a hit. But he has terrible luck. Gets good wood on it. Bichette makes the play. for the second out. And here's Manny Lee. He's batting 2 for 5 for 400. He got pulled early in the game, too, for a pinch hitter, and Alfredo Griffin played those long extra innings. He gets his column, and nobody's in scoring position, but he gets a base hit. We will hold all runners as the red-hot Alomar is up. And let's see if Roberto can come through like the Hall of Famer he is. Borders stands at second, Lee at first, and here's the pitch to Roberto Alomar. He doesn't get his pitch, so he will not come through in the clutch. He pops one easily to Scott Fletcher to end the inning, but the Blue Jays get the first run of the ball game, 1-0. Here is Hamilton again. He singled last time up, and he gets a 1. There's a few things there, but he misses them. It's a ground ball to Olerud. No, he lays down a bunt. He bunted it too hard, but Olerud makes the play. He looks awkward out there, but he can play defense, at least in his younger days. Here's Pat Listash. He had a sac bunt first time up. It rolls a 1. And Stottlemyre, who's pitching pretty well so far in this game, gets him out on the strikeout. His first strikeout of this crucial Game 3. Here's Molitor. He fouled out last time. He's 2 for 11 in the series. And it's a check for Devon White. That's why he's in the game, is his defense. So hopefully the bounce, and it doesn't matter. And he avoids the error, so that's where you have that great range in the outfield. In case they roll a 2, you can still make the play. Here's Jeff Kent to lead off the third. He flied out last time. There comes to a point, if we can hold this lead, that Kent will come out of the game and Gruber will come in because he has a much better defense. And he's not doing well either with the bat. He pops out. 1 away here in the third. Here's Olerud. Olerud is going to whiff. Sharp breaking ball. And that's strikeout number 1 for Eldred. Here's Winfield. He's popped out last time. Gets the only good column that Eldred allows. But he misses it all. And he strikes out for the third out of the inning. So we're still through 3 innings. It's 1-0 Toronto. Here's Greg Vaughn, the only power hitter they've got. And again, Stottlemyre does the job. He gets a strikeout, his second of the game. Here's Robin Yount. Stottlemyre induces a ground ball to the man that you want to induce a ground ball to, Roberto Alomar, who easily makes the play for the second out. Here's Bichette. He doubled last time up. He gets his 1-8. That's the secret of his success. He's done it in 2 games in a row. 3 this time. And it's going to be a line out to Kent. Ignore what it says on the screen. Well, I guess it wasn't playing with us. Why is it talking about too much for Vaughn? Swings right over just for strike 3. No, that's the next guy. Sharp grounder right side. Okay. Anyway, we'll ignore that. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Here's Carter, who's got his column almost every time. But you know that luck will soon end. He gets it again. Let's not get hit by pitch. Let's get something better. 17. 19. That's not good. Rolling a lot of high numbers on the D20. Here's Maldonado. He gets his column. And he hits the 7, which is the horrible thing. Ground ball to short. Misses the good stuff. And he is out. Here's Borders. He singled and drove in the run. He gets his column again. All 3 have gotten their columns. And all 3 have not done anything with it. Oh, no. He has 14 or less. Will be out of the ballpark. And he hits a 4. Borders cranks it. It's to left field. Back goes Hamilton. It is out of here. Pat Borders, he is the man in this series. Not only with the glove, not only with the arm, but now with the bat. As he has driven in both Blue Jay runs on a single in the second and a home run in the fourth. 2-0 off the rookie phenom. Here's Devon White. He's 0 for 13. He gets his columns. Maybe he can get off the schneid. Let's see. Looks very promising. It's 2-out triple. You know what I think? I don't know. Maybe having a chance to talk about 2-out triples. What a waste they are typically. But we'll take it just because he hasn't had a hit so far in the series. And here is Manny Lee. He has one positive clutch on 2-6. Is now a single. He is batting 3 for 6 in the series. Here's the pitch to him. He has a chance. He is an end batter, so this could be a home run, but we have to roll 1 to 3. Roll a 5. That's not good enough. He hits it back. Bichette, great defender, goes back, and Eldred breathes a sigh of relief. As now it's 2-0 Toronto. Could have been 4-0. But it was not to be. Anyway, here is Stottlemyre to pitch the 5th. He has been flawless so far. Very surprising, but the Blue Jays aren't going to push their luck. They got the maximum you can have men in the throwing in the bullpen. First sign of trouble. He's coming out. Here's Seitzer. He walked. First time up. Gets the good call. He's going to walk again. So those relievers are going full force there in the bullpen, warming up now. Here's Surhoff. He forced out. First time out. And it's a 50% chance of a hit. It's going to be a hit. Okay, what do we do now? We got 2 men on, nobody out. Scott Fletcher up. He's a great bunter. The corners are in. It is a 314 on base chance if he does swing away. The Blue Jays have a marvelous bullpen. Dwayne Ward, Tom Hankey, David Cone, Jimmy Key, Timlin, McDonald, and Eichhorn. You know, Eichhorn's going to come in at Molitor and go down all the way to Seitzer at some point in this game. We're going to give him one more bat. You're probably screaming at me. But that's what I'm going to do. He's probably going to bunt. No, he's not bunting. And he gets the fly ball the other way. Will Seitzer advance? He will hold. All right. Here's Hamilton. 405 on base. All right. Do we go to the bullpen now? I think we do. Who do we bring in? Let's see. Let's look at the compare feature. I always get it backwards. Okay, so we're going to see what benefit it is bringing David Wells. This is not a great year for David Wells. It goes from 405 down to 334. Okay, well, that's good enough for me. David Wells is coming to the game. Stottlemyre did well for your 4 1/3 innings, but that's it. So here's Wells. And this could be the only batter he faces. Oh, he's got the 7 and 8. We got to avoid that. And he does it. He gets the fly ball to center. And that's it. He makes the play. And now it goes to 322. 322 for... Oh, because of all these... Here, we shouldn't play around, though. No playing around today. Why leave him in? There's no advantage to leaving him in because on deck is Molitor and there's no way Wells is going to face him. So we will bring in who? Yesterday's GOAT, Timlin. Okay, let's look once again. We know it's the wrong one. Okay, so we're going to see if Timlin is better. Not much. No, he's not. Like on base, 352 versus 322. So he's not the one we want. I like saving the better ones, though, for later. Let's see who else is there. I want to save him. Why? No, we talked about this already. Just that he's a 9R, it scares me. And Listash is a switch hitter. Guzman. Cone. Oh. We'll bring Morris in for one batter. Morris comes in for one batter. Here we go. Uh-oh, that's his bad column. Oh! He gives up the base hit. We will throw for lead runner. Here comes... Yeah, we don't care. Let the ball go through. Here comes the roll. Do we roll higher than 14? 18. We got him at home. And it's still scoreless. 2-0. All right. Here's Roberto Alomar to lead off the fifth. And he doesn't get much there. Fly ball to center. Yount makes the play. No trouble at all. Here's Kent. How long do we keep Kent in the game? 3. He's not doing any better than Gruber would. Strike 3. I think that's it for him. Okay, here's Olerud. There's nothing there. Pop out to short. And there it is. Now that's it for Morris. And we're going to bring in Eichhorn. Let's see if they bring any pinch hitters in. We're in the 6th inning. Eichhorn. He is extreme. Favors the right-handers. He's 4-4, 308. And he pitched. He was one of my favorite all-time Blue Jay pitchers because he was a submariner, and I love submariners. Kent Tekulve. When I was a kid, I loved Kent Tekulve. Quisenberry. Eichhorn. So these are the kind of guys I like. Dorky throwers. They look so cool to me. Anyway, we're in the 6th inning. Feels like I have to... Oh, yes. I promised that Gruber would come in. The experiment did not pay off. As he's 0 for 3. And now here comes Gruber with his 124 to solidify the defense. At least in the infield. Here's the pitch. Oh, he gets his column. Oh, he can get a triple. He does. So Eichhorn does not do the job. And Molitor gets a leadoff triple. So we will allow this run to score. We don't want any more base runners if we can help it. So the infield is back, allowing the run to score. It's a shortstop B. It was a close play at first, but he scored. If we would have had the infield in, I think a B does it. I think it sends him home. So we could have nailed him at home, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but that tells me that it's a play at home for that one. I don't know. Anyway, the Milwaukee Brewers score, and they're on the board. It's 2-1. Here's Yount. And he hits a ground ball. Shortstop A+. So there's 2 down. And here's Dante Bichette. Nothing there for him. He is going to strike out. Loves facing those right-handed batters. Here's Winfield for the Toronto 6th. He's done nothing. He's a Hall of Famer, but it's done nothing. He's going to strike out again. Well, yes, he struck out last time. One way. Here is Joe Carter. Will he get the 2 column again? Yes, he does. Come on, let's get the 8 this time. He does. Crank into the gap. Gonna hit that whatever vehicle. Toyota 4Runner. I don't know what it is, but he almost hit it. And it's 3-1. We got our 2-run lead back. Thanks to Joe Carter. And here's Maldonado. Singled and grounded out. Hits the worst possible column. Here's a chance for Yount. He's going to make the play easily. For the 2nd out of the inning. Can't believe Carter hits the 2 every time. Okay, here's Borders. He's been the man in this series. Not this time, though. Is he going to strike out? But hey, we're going to cut him some slack because he has been incredible. All right, here is Eichhorn in the 7th to face Kevin Seitzer. Got the good column. And he strikes him out for the first out of the inning. Here is Surhoff. He's doing so well, we're going to leave him, but look how much worse it is. This was totally blank, and now it's full of blue. But we'll take a chance. Gets their column. He's going to have a extra base hit here. 13. It's over the head of White. Right to the fence. Off the wall, and Surhoff is around second, but retreats to the bag, and they have a man in scoring position for Scott Fletcher. Scott Fletcher, 182. He's flied out twice. Oh, Franklin Stubbs comes in the game. And with the left-hander on deck, that's it for Eichhorn. We are going to bring in Bob McDonald. Bob McDonald's going to make an appearance. He's not the best, 430, but he's definitely a loogie. He faces the left-handers. Let's see if they pinch hit again for Stubbs. If they do, we're putting him on. I'm going to pitch to Hamilton. I don't know, that's probably not smart, putting the tying run on base. But they're going to let us pitch to him. And he does his job. Bob McDonald gets the strikeout for the second out of the inning. And here's Hamilton. Hamilton is singled, grounded out, and flied out. He's a left-handed batter. They got to leave him in the game. He's a star. And Manny Lee has a check. I don't think he's being held, though. So didn't get that anyway. And he makes the play. Manny Lee ends the inning, ends the threat after 6.5 innings. It's still 3-1. Who holds the record for the highest single-season batting average since 1900? Ha ha ha. Single season since 1900? It's got to be somebody in the dead ball era. Ed Delahanty? Hornsby. 424. Oh, he did cross my mind, but I thought there was somebody like, didn't Ed Delahanty around 1901, 1902 bat something like 430? I guess he didn't, because the highest is 424. Wade Boggs in my 1983 replays batting 420. He's going for Hornsby. Anyway, here's Devon White. He tripled, so a leadoff triple would be much better than a 2-out triple. Just a little note to Devon White. Here's the pitch to White. He gets his column again. And he gets a homer or a double. Let's see which one. 20. It's a double. So the last 2 at bats, he's tripled and doubled. Saying, I don't like batting 8th. See, it's motivating. That's what I am. I'm a motivating manager. So he's on second. Here's Lee. He's a B-bunter. But he's also a left-handed batter, so he's going to be called on to pull the ball on the ground. Here's the pitch. Oh, they're going to leave him in the game. They thought about it. And he's going to strike out. That's not what we want. A dipsy-do freezes Lee. That's strikeout number 6 for Eldred. Here's Roberto Alomar. He is 0 for 3. Line out, pop out, and flied out. If he fouls out, he'll have the quadrifecta. Doesn't look good, sports fans. It's a fly ball to center. Yount has a +2 arm. Maybe he can go to third. Doesn't really matter, though. He doesn't. He just stays there. And here's Gruber. Maybe it would have been better to have Jeff Kent now. He's going to strike out to go 0 for 10 in the series. 48,721 at Skydome. Okay, that's it for Mr. McDonald. He's done his job today. And we already checked Timlin. I think it's Ward time. Dwayne Ward. All right. He struck out 6 in 3 innings yesterday's ball game. And between the 2 walks, he gets the strikeouts. 7th strikeout of the series for Ward. Here's Molitor. Gets his pitch. He's dangerous. Gets a base hit. Maldonado grabs it and throws it back in. He's a 95 hold. You know he's going to go. No, they're going to let him pitch. And he got his good column, but he avoids it. He's been lucky. And he gets his 8th strikeout of the series. Will they send Molitor now? He's been very conservative in this game, unlike the first 2 games. No, this time he's going, but he can't get the lead. He's down to 60. Will he still send him? No. And it's a fly ball to right field. That ends the inning. Good job by Ward again. Eldred is still in the game to face Eldred. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And he's going to get a GPA. So 1 away. Here is Winfield. He struck out twice and popped out. Not very impressive. Listash has a chance. He shouldn't give up a single, but the 12 error here is kind of ominous. But he avoids it. And he makes the play. That's 2-way here in the 8th inning. And brings out Muddy Joe Carter, who hits the 2 column every time. Must be about 6 times in a row. Not this time. That's another chance for Robin Yount in center field. It looks like he'll handle it flawlessly. So that ends the 8th inning. The score is Toronto 3, Milwaukee 1. Last chance for the Brewers. And that's it for Ward. In will come the Terminator. I gotta find a different picture though. I don't like it with Texas hat. He should have a Blue Jay hat. So I'll have to note to self. Change the picture for Tom Hankey. The bottom of the order. Here's Bichette. He's been a threat though in this series. And he has an 18. Oh, he rolls a 20. How unlucky can you get? Excellent range for Gruber. And there's 1 away. Here is Kevin Seitzer. Gets his pitch. And he's going to roll at least, if he's 18 or less, he has a double. 15. It's over the head of White again. I think in real life, White, he crashed into that wall so many times making a play. He doesn't let things carry him off the fence. But, oh well. Here is the tying run. BJ Suroff, he's 2 for 3 today. Here's the pitch to BJ. And Dave Nielsen's coming in to pinch hit. I don't know. They're about the same. And he gets a bad column. Ground ball C. Broken bat. Alomar makes the play. Seitzer goes to third. Down to their final out. And they bring in Jim Gantner. Jim Gantner's not a guy in the clutch. But they probably don't have any other second baseman. John Jaha, he doesn't play second. McIntosh doesn't. And these guys are not much better. So everything's in the hands of Jim Gantner, the veteran. Oh, no, they thought the way I did. But he brought in I don't know who's going to play second base if they do tie this game. I'm sure they'll find somebody. Here's the pitch to John Jaha. It's a chance for Alomar. He doesn't mess up very often. And he doesn't here. And that is the series. The Brewers did what they had to do. They got to the 3rd game. They pitched their ace. But the Blue Jays scrapped out 3 runs thanks to home runs by Borders and Carter. And Borders drove in the first run on a single. And that's all the runs they would need as the Blue Jays win the series by a score of 3-1 in Game 3. Eldred goes all the way for the loss. The Blue Jays throw everybody but the kitchen sink. So the winner of this game goes to Dwayne Ward. And the save goes to Hanky, although there's 3 holds there. So it was a tight one. It was a great series. It was a lot of fun. But I'm kind of sad to see those 92 Brewers go, as they are a fun team. And I was looking forward to playing them against the Yankees, but they will face a Blue Jay team. But will it be 92 Blue Jays or will it be 90 Blue Jays? We will find out later in this series. But first, the next series are a couple teams from the 1997 series, the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. That's the next series. And if it goes to Game 3, you'll see it right here. Do not adjust your sets. You will see it. Until then, this is Kingy Kaboo signing off. As the final score once again, the Toronto Blue Jays 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. And the Milwaukee Brewers 1 run, 8 hits, and no errors. This is Kingy Kaboo signing off from Skydome, where we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.